Hi, I'm Vin DiPippo. I'm the CTO of SportsBeep. I'm going to give you a couple of behind-the-scenes looks at some of the technology behind the SportsBeep app and some of the decisions we made. So first, SportsBeep is a one-day fantasy gaming platform, and it's based around the two teams that are playing at a particular point in time for a professional sports game. So for instance, if the Red Sox are playing the Yankees, a SportsBeep contest would be you getting into that game and picking players from both of those teams. A couple of things: you can't have more than 4 players from one team, and there's also a couple of other picks that make the selection process kind of interesting, and there's some other features of the app that we think people are going to really like. Super easy to use. You can get into the game, make your picks, and get into the contest in under a minute, and it's just a really fun app. One of the things we had to contend with is what happens when a game gets postponed or called off completely, canceled completely. So your ticket, which is your entry into a contest, is fixed a couple minutes before the game starts. So if a game happens to be postponed, your ticket gets fixed at the same time, and we just figure out the final scores and who wins and loses and that type of thing when the game actually goes off. If the game's canceled, then the tickets all get canceled and that contest becomes invalid. One of the unique features of the SportsBeep app is it uses the concept of a contest, and a contest is a fixed size. So even if we have a game going on, say a professional football game, and you're getting into it, and even if there's, say, 1,000 people or 10,000 people, it doesn't matter how many, everybody gets randomly put into a contest of no more than 10 people. And the way that the odds work is that 7 out of 10 people will win. So it's pretty interesting to note that it's not like a 50-50 over-under, it's not like a winner-take-all. It's very unique in that you're only playing against 9 other people, and 7 out of the 10 people win. There's a few unique things that we built into the platform. One of them is the contest metaphor that we talked about, and how it puts in a fixed number of people to keep the odds manageable and keep the contests manageable. So you're only playing against 9 other fantasy minds, if you will. A couple other things are the way those contests work is going to give us a tremendous amount of flexibility in the future for you to actually set up your own kind of contests. Invite 15 friends, and the first 9 of them that respond can play with you in a private game. We can have celebrities that run particular pools that have different contest parameters and whatnot. So we have some pretty cool tech behind the contests. We also have some pretty cool tech around the stats and how those stats are retrieved from our stats provider and how they're disseminated across the platform. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I think another one of the unique things is that we were built from the ground up to be mobile. We were also built from the ground up to be accessible, which basically means that when you think of fantasy sports, you think of folks that are real stats geeks and know all the players and all the stats and everything, and that's kind of the fantasy world. Really what this platform does is right from your mobile phone, designed with that experience in mind, you can get into these games just being a casual sports fan. So it actually adds a dimension to sports entertainment more so than trying to revolutionize fantasy per se.